morning, everybody. It's Wednesday, February the 7th. I'm going to show you a full day of eating on Simply Filling. So I'm going to turn you around and let's get started. I have a cup of the iced Starbucks cold brew with some of the fat-free organic milk from Aldi. I really like their milk. This is really good stuff. Simply Filling for coffee because I'm just using some hazelnut sweet drops in that as well. And then I have a piece of my oven-baked frittata thing, which is a Weight Watchers recipe from their new, one of their new freestyle books, like cookbook things. I've got to get myself awake enough to be able to speak to you all. I'm really having trouble. I haven't had any coffee yet, so anyway, this is also Simply Filling the way that I made it. I'm gonna go eat this. If I'm still hungry, I might have some more. This is a, you know, kind of a smaller piece. So if I'm still hungry, I will have some more of this. Hey everybody. I'm gonna do a little bit of vlogging in the dark. So if you enjoy that sort of thing, you can listen to me chit chat at you and then you can chit chat back at me down in the comments. Otherwise you can skip this part and I will show you lunch. So I got my husband to eat soup and all it took was strep throat. So I was so thankful that on Sunday I made that pot of chicken noodle soup because yesterday he had that, I guess at like lunchtime, and then of course he can be deathly ill and still manage pizza. So can my sons at any, you know, I don't know, at any time in their lives, I'm sure they'll be eating pizza. I'm sure, I mean, maybe that'll be like his deathbed wish. I don't even know. I don't want to be morbid here, but they just love this. Those guys love pizza. Pizza, hamburgers. Not just one hamburger, hamburgers. 2 hamburgers. And, you know, this really long chili dog things from Sonic. Yeah. I'll never forget, probably 5 years into our marriage, I went to visit his parents with him, and one night they were like, let's get Sonic, and I was like, I'd never eaten at Sonic, and I was like, we're gonna eat at Sonic, and they're like, yeah. And so I think I just grew up in a part of the country that didn't have Sonic or something. I wasn't really sure what it was. I'd heard some not so pleasant things in the news about it. And so his dad went out and got foot-long chili dogs for everybody and tater tots and I don't even know what else. And it was pretty darn good. But man, talk about not a healthy option. I don't know if Sonic actually has any healthy options. You guys can let me know on that. I seem to remember getting a salad there once. But I think it had onion rings on top, which, listen, I love me some onion rings. Do you guys like onion rings? Oh. Okay, enough food talk. I don't want to, like, send any of you guys into a, like, craving frenzy. Because sometimes that happens to me. Like, I'll be watching a YouTube video and somebody will talk about whatever. And then it gets stuck in my mind and I have to have it. So, hopefully I didn't do that to you guys. In for a busy day, and the plan is to do all of my flights of stairs and get my steps in today and stay on Simply Filling as much as possible. I've noticed that some of you all want to do Simply Filling with me, and that is so fun. I think a lot of us just want to sort of shake things up, and I do believe that Simply Filling will shake things up for myself. Hopefully it will do the same thing for you. Even if you just want to do it for a day or a week. I love that Weight Watchers gives you that option. I'm really enjoying it. I am struggling a little bit with the like intuitive eating part of it. I think that is a skill, like it's a learned skill. And I remember Molly at Weight Watchers Wifey, excuse me, talking about, you know, she thinks it's a good idea, or she did at that time, for you to be on points for a while. That was back when, you know, there were smart points, just smart points, not freestyle. And she said it was probably a good thing to get into the habit of counting points before you did something like Simply Filling, and I agree with her. But I also didn't just come into Simply Filling out of nowhere, so I don't know what that experience is like. But I'm a points counter. Remember, I'm an old school point counter from back, you know, 1998 or something like that. It's when I first encountered the Weight Watchers points program, one of them. So I can see the value in understanding like how many points different foods are, and then switching to Simply Filling. I think the temptation there then is to kind of flip-flop back and forth and be really tempted to count smart points, instead of focusing on the like intuitive eating part, which is, you know, when you're hungry you eat, and when you hit soft full you stop eating, and that you don't eat until you're stuffed, which I like to eat until, not till stuffed, but I like to eat till I'm very full, like full. For whatever reason, when I get to that point, I hit like the wall and don't want to eat anymore, and I'm good for a long time and don't think about food. Which I think, you know, smart points and all of the point systems, they give you a wall, which is, the points are your wall. And so you hit that wall and then you stop eating. It's like the Fat Dag thing where he says, you know, when you're out of points, stop eating points. Okay, that's the wall. Well, Simply Filling, the wall is your hunger cues. And it's hard to get used to that. You do have some points to play with, but those are not really the wall. And I think freestyle mixes that, which I think is what is complicated for people, because they're used to having the points wall, and then you're introducing the intuitive eating piece, and that takes a lot of practice. So freestyle, I don't really understand how to do it yet. I think freestyle is taking more head work than Simply Filling for me. And I don't know how you guys feel out there, because I don't know who else is comparing and contrasting like I am. But those of you that are trying Simply Filling, when you try, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think Simply Filling is more head work or freestyle is more head work. I tend to overthink things. I don't know if you guys feel like you know me yet from me vlogging for 3 months, or gosh, what are we coming up on, 4 months of me vlogging almost every day. But I'm very analytical. Okay, so that's what I was saying, is that I analyze everything. It drives my husband crazy, but I like problem solving, and so I will think about something for a long time and try to figure out how to do it and do it better. And so that's what you all are seeing with me talking all of this out, is my obesity is a problem and I'm trying to figure out how to solve it. And I've been given a lot of information from Weight Watchers that I find extremely valuable. But I also feel like each of our journeys is extremely individualized, and while the human body is understandable, it's very mysterious at the same time. And so what may work for one person doesn't always work for someone else. And that's why I just am analyzing the whole thing and talking to you guys about it, because I find it, first of all, I find it very interesting, probably because I'm in healthcare, that, you know, if I eat 2 bananas a day, I won't lose weight, but if you eat 2 bananas a day, you'll drop, you know, 5 pounds. Like, that's just fascinating to me. Like, why? So that's what I'm doing. That's why I'm so, you know, that's why I'm trying to wrap my brain around it, and I'm doing it on camera because I feel like some of you guys can benefit from that. But I'm probably going to drive you all nuts. So. But that's all right. You know, if I'm driving you nuts, you can unsubscribe and you can go watch somebody else that's not going to talk about all this stuff so much. So anyway, today I'm going to try to really stick with the Simply Filling foods and try to really watch my hunger cues. Last night I felt like I was eating for fun or something when I got those carrots out, or eating to eat. Like, I felt so munchy, and I just wanted another one of those pudding dessert things that I made, meal prep on Sunday, the ones with the pudding and the yogurt. Like, I just wanted one just to eat it, and I don't like that. It really bothers me. I wish I could fix all of that. I'm gonna go into work and I will show you guys lunch in a little bit, and then we will go from there. But I'm gonna go in and do some steps. One set of stairs down, and 1,000,000. It feels like 1,000,000 to go. Okay, second step. Second set. It's lunchtime. I have Simply Filling chicken noodle soup made with chicken breast, chicken broth, vegetables, and edamame noodles from Costco that scan as Simply Filling. I have one of these left, the sparkling ice. I love these. I am trying to get away from these types of artificial sweeteners, but I'm gonna drink this. For dessert, I have my little, let's see if I can open it, pudding cup you guys have seen before. That is 1 Smart Point for the pudding mix. For a snack later, if I'm hungry, I have a Cara orange and 2 hard-boiled eggs. Sometimes I do something in the car, and I've already had a banana today, but I didn't get a chance to take any kind of video or picture of that for you. I finished my soup, and then I only finished half of my little dessert here. I'm having a love affair with this yogurt. Someone just asked me for the recipe. All it is a serving of the sugar-free, fat-free pudding, Jello pudding. I have the chocolate, a half of a cup of the Fage 0% yogurt, and then stevia or Splenda or whatever you want to use to sweeten it. And then I have some sugar-free, fat-free chocolate syrup on top. So it's 1 Smart Point for the Jello. Anyway, I'm eating this on my break, and it's the rest of my dessert from lunch. Yummy, yummy. Okay, it's my fifth time going up all 4 flights. So, I still only have, well, I'm almost at 9,000 steps, and it's almost 4. So, might have to go to the gym tonight because we don't have church because my husband is sick. Hey everybody, I am headed home. It's almost 5 o'clock. I managed to get most of my steps in and most of my water in, but it was kind of a weird day, so I didn't get as much as I would have liked. I got 3 of these, and I really wanted to get 4, and then I think I'm right at 9,000 steps. So I will have to drink some more water and do some more steps this evening. But I think I'm going to go stop by Walmart and pick up some more yogurt and chocolate pudding, because I have just an addiction right now. That it's so that dessert is so yummy for 1 Smart Point, and it's like the perfect size. And it really does taste like cheesecake to me. I don't know what it tastes like to you guys, but to me it tastes like cheesecake. So I'm going to get some more chocolate pudding, some more Fage 0% yogurt, and then I'm going to get some more gelatin, the sugar-free, fat-free. I showed you all on my Saturday 0 point video that little dessert that I make with that. That's like old school. It's an old core recipe. Who knows who came up with it? I mean, it's old. But it's more of a fluffy, airy type dessert. And I think I'm going to try to get maybe some lemon, because I love a lemon. I love anything lemon. It's so delicious. And I need some hair products because my hair is currently disasterized. Mostly because it's my early week and I don't get up quite early enough to actually do my hair. So it's just looking, I don't even know. It's not looking right. So I need to do that. And then I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to have for dinner. I have some strange little leftovers, but then also someone mentioned, I was doing a little research on Simply Filling, and on one of the old message boards, choking, somebody mentioned a pizza, like making a Simply Filling pizza. Let me get some water. With pineapple on it. Pineapple and green pepper. And that sounded so delicious. I don't know if you guys are pineapple pizza people. But if you are, we are friends. We're tight like this. You and I, we're friends. So I'm gonna go do that. Maybe get stuff to make one of those. I don't know if the lavash bread is Simply Filling. I have a feeling it's not Simply Filling. We'll see. Gotta scan it and see. So the main thing with Simply Filling, I think if you guys are gonna try it, just realize you do have to really work on the whole like being satisfied aspect of it. If you haven't tried it before. And I think freestyle is kind of encouraging people to do that with the 0 point food list, so you should already be familiar with that concept if you're doing freestyle. Simply Filling pushes you a little farther on that, just FYI. So we'll see. I could also have a wrap. One of you guys was saying that weigh-in reflect. I'm sorry. One of you guys was saying that weigh-in really reflects about 48 hours prior, like what you've done in the 48 hours prior. So if you have a sodium issue, which I tend to do, have a sodium issue, especially with like beans, it seems like, and like salty meat type of stuff, then you should really avoid them a couple days prior to weigh-in, if you don't want the scale to reflect like a water gain from that. So I could probably do like my little salad wraps tonight, so I might do that with the bean salad that I showed you guys, the black bean salad. I could do that. And then the next couple days kind of lay off that sort of stuff and really, drink my water and just whatever. Not do the sodium thing. So thank you for that tip, whoever said that. Someone mentioned that was talked about in their meeting. I'm sorry I'm so bad with names, you guys. Oh, and please let me know in the comments down below if you can hear me okay. I try in my videos to speak loudly, but I don't have like a super nice camera or a super nice microphone, so sometimes I feel like maybe you guys can't hear me. I know when I'm editing I have to turn the volume all the way up, so oh my gosh, over on my Facebook page there are those of you guys that are watching me on the big screen right now. I want to say hello. And also, how incredibly scary is that to think that there are people, I mean, there are people watching me on like their big TVs somewhere in the United States and maybe somewhere else in the world. That's so weird. That's like a weird thought. But anyway, hello, and I'm sorry that my face is blown up so large for your enjoyment. I apologize. So I'm thinking about going on Friday and seeing my son Judah. He's away at college. It's a couple hours away. And I was thinking it would be really fun to go see him and take him out for dinner and a movie. And then having like some just, I like to have like alone time. I've talked about this before. I really recharge when I'm by myself. And I love a good little road trip. And I love to go like shopping by myself. And just have fun, like go wander a mall. I love a good mall. I'm like a mall, and I'm talking like an indoor mall. I love a good indoor mall. I don't know, have you guys ever watched like dead malls? There's some people on YouTube that go and they walk around like dead malls that have like the decor and stuff from the 1980s, and I love that kind of thing. It just reminds me of being in junior high. I lived in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, and we used to go to the Broward County Mall and walk around, and I would get an orange Julius. Of course, I remember like what I ate and drank. I'd always get like an orange Julius, and I would go, my best friend and I would try on Jessica McClintock prom dresses at Burdines. And we had those little plastic, I was a child of the 80s, so those little plastic black bracelets that you would wear, like Madonna, you know, very Madonna. And I just remember walking around the mall, and it was so fun. I remember all the stores. So anyway, I love malls. I like indoor malls. The new thing where they do the outdoor mall, it just feels so like you're not really at a mall. Like I like to go into a mall. When my boys were little, I used to go, when I was on Weight Watchers initially, I used to go walk the mall and get so many, like, wasn't counting steps, but I would get like so many miles just walking the mall. Like you could calculate sort of how many activity points you got based on how long you did it. And I would just put them in their strollers and I would walk. I miss all of that. So where my son goes to school, they have a mall, like a little mall, and I'll just, you know, go walk around it. So whatever, I enjoy dumb things. So that'll be fun. So that's my plans, maybe for the weekend. I need to kind of check in with my hubby and see if that's cool. But if I do that, my whole point in that whole 1980s blabbering that I just did was to tell you all that if I do that, then on Saturday morning I'll have to go to a Weight Watchers there out of town, which sounds kind of fun to me. I like to travel. I like to go to new places and do new things. I like going into like a new group dynamic that maybe I'm not going to participate in for very long, and just see how people interact. Like, it's just fascinating to me. So I like going to Weight Watcher meetings that are not in my hometown. When I was initially doing Weight Watchers, whenever I would travel, I would go to a Weight Watchers meeting, like wherever I was traveling, and it was pretty fun. And it also, I might get an idea of like how other people feel outside of my own meeting about freestyle. So thinking about doing that. Next up, I will show you guys dinner. So my hubby, even though he's sick, he fixed the lights. He's so good. Here is what I'm having for dinner tonight. So I am taking Extreme Wellness wraps right here, which are Simply Filling. I put some 0% fat-free mayonnaise on them, along with about a third on each one of this little container of the holy guacamole. These containers are 3 points for the whole thing. So a point's worth of that. And then on top of that, I put my Simply Filling salad that I made a couple days ago on my blog. So you can go look for that recipe on my blog. And I've also put on a little bit of the lime oil-free dressing spray, which is 0 smart points for 30 pumps. So I just put a couple pumps of that on this. So I'm gonna eat a couple of these wraps and see how I feel. Hey everybody. I had a pretty hard time with dinner tonight. I just feel like I ate way past satisfied. And I think part of it is that I got really hungry, like on my way home from work. I should have had another snack. I don't know. Or I'm not really sure what happened, but I got really hungry. So I went into dinner really hungry, and then I ate like 3 of those wraps and a ton of the filling, and I just got really over full, like almost like fuller than I've been in a long time. Hey Asher.
Hello.
Asher had a big test today, so. Oh, whiny cat. So anyway, I let that settle for, gosh, that was like 2.5 hours ago. And, I had the rest of this Halo Top. There was 1 serving, like maybe a fourth, maybe less than a fourth of this. So I had some Halo Top for a couple of smart points, just because I wanted something sweet. But I'm just feeling kind of like off tonight. And I tend to do this. I feel like I might do this like once a week, where I just overeat. Even if it's not like you know, going out to Red Robin or something, or going out for pizza. Like, I just feel like I overeat, and I get into that I don't give a crap mode where I just want to eat. So I know that's not a healthy pattern. Like, I recognize that, but like, I do tend to do that, and I'm sure that's what got me to being so overweight, because I used to do it all the time. But anyway, I just didn't feel so good about it tonight, and thankfully, I don't know that it was a binge necessarily, but it was definitely overeating like a whole bunch of one thing. So, they're filling foods, and they say you can't overeat them, but you definitely can. You definitely, or at least I can definitely overeat pretty much anything. So, tomorrow's a new day, and my little kitty scratch is still there on my chin. Tomorrow's a new day, and I'm going to, the next couple days, focus on a little bit higher protein. So I think I'm going to go back to, well, I had a lot of protein today. I think I had a lot of carbohydrate today. So tomorrow I'm going to, up the protein and kind of work on it a little bit there, but it doesn't matter. I'm still doing Simply Filling. But I think I'm not going to have like the beans and the corn and the noodles tomorrow. I think that was a little bit too much for me. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for listening. We all like struggle and have our battles, and I just, tend to do this. I really do tend to do it about once a week, and I just don't like it. So hope you all had a great day though on program. Overall, I did. I'm really liking Simply Filling. But, I'm not changing overnight. This is a long process. So, one day at a time. One bite, one meal at a time. And, I have a lot of support, though, don't I, Ash?
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I have some great support from my family. So that's awesome. And crazy cats. So, say goodnight to Moses. Say night. See you guys later. Bye.